Golden State's kind of the opposite in which you have to pay attention. Pin downs, off-ball movement. Do you think that really kind of led to the big deficit in that first half for you guys?
That was something we talked about, James, before the game, the speed of the game. This team consistently and persistently comes and cuts weak side, strong side, splits. And if you're not down and ready to defend that, it's a long night. And then at the end, if you do make a mistake, there's a three-point shot going down. So this is a great lesson for us to learn from because this is a championship team. We played 2 championship teams back-to-back. One thing I did like about the second half, we outscored them, 46-38, or whatever it was. And, so I was happy with our second half. It was 48-36. And so the way we competed in the second half. But again, it's a great lesson against championship caliber teams, how you have to come out ready to play offense and defense at that speed and with that physicality.
I know we talk about the veterans a lot, but Rodney being to that point that you're mentioning, coming back, first game back, and just an example of you just play through it no matter what the score is. You play like it's, 0-0 all the time.
Love his veteran presence, the way he competed. He didn't drop his head. And like we told him, they're going to make tough shots. That's what this team does. They make long shots, tough shots, next play mentality. And I thought Rodney set that tone in the second half of that. And then also his scoring. He went in there with conviction, with toughness. I think the knock on this team was they're a very physical team. You don't think of Golden State as a physical team, but they are. They screen hard, they cut hard, they push off, and I thought Rodney met that challenge.
For Rodney, too, just, of course, this past week and a half was a bit crazy for him, but for him to come in and kind of put all that aside, put one of his best games of the season together, just what does that say about him?
Pro. He had a great game last year down in, I think, is against Toronto and Tampa. I think he had 26 or something like that, but he's a pro. And for him to come out and compete after being traded, being stuck in Denver, not knowing what's going to happen, I appreciate that. I know our organization appreciates his effort and the way he approaches the game. Again, this last part of the season is about figuring out who is a part of the core, who's going to be here, who's going to be a big part of our future. And Rodney is setting the tone of being one of those vets that you got to have. And tonight is a great example of it.
Go ahead, Johnny Kane.
Hey, Coach, I know Killian was limited to just 9 minutes. What happened with the hip and how bad is it?
On him, I don't know what the prognosis is going to be, but it tightened up on him after he got out and was going to see how it was, and he just couldn't get it going. And so I don't know what it, as far as the tomorrow night or down the road this week is going to be, but it was bothering him. He just couldn't get it going. Go ahead.